We changed camera angles because I don't know how to put a computer back to where it was before, so we went on a little tangent.
He shares an ACT score with IQ.
What?
Exactly, you wouldn't get it.
That's real? Knee slapper.
Speaking of other things that Anthony doesn't get, there is no sex ed here.
Hear that, little buddy? No, don't worry.
But A&P with Dr. Lee does come quite close.
Yeah, I'm taking that next semester, hopefully. Yeah. Alright, so day 0 finals, we're preparing for day 1. Day 1 is English and biology. I'll put the final schedule on the screen. Boom, professional editing.
Yeah.
Thank you for looking at it. I really needed that. Alright, so for composition, at least for what we have to do now, we have to make a portfolio of our best works written for the semester, which is like, 3 to 4 pieces spanning from a total of 15 to 25 pages. And we can work on it during this final designated time, which is like 8 to like 11 in the morning. It's 3 hours.
8:30 to 11:30.
That's pretty close. So, that's at least we're getting the time. I didn't know that. So, yeah, and then at the end we turn it in. We're done with composition for like forever. And then after that...
I have to retake it. Failed it.
Alright. Yeah, boys. So, after that we have biology. Finals in the afternoon. So, I'm not taking a biology at the moment. So, but, Sam is. So, he has to take a biology final like a loser.
1 to 4.
1 to 4. Environmental science. He's taking environmental science. So, yeah, say something about environmental science, I guess.
It's pretty easy. Just if you need a class to take and you need a bio credit, just take it. It's not difficult, I promise you.
Don't forget about the essay.
What essay?
The 12-page one.
Oh, yeah, well, there's a 12-page term paper. That's the, only difficult part about it, really.
It's very long.
How would you know? You didn't write it.
I looked at the requirements. It was 12 pages.
That includes a cover page and all your sources, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So it's like 9 pages. 9.
I mean, sure.
Yeah. So, boom. And my roommate Luke, for English class, he's taking American literature. Because for juniors, on a swapping basis. So those who take American literature first semester take composition second semester. Those who take composition first take American literature second, swapping. So he took comp first semester, she's in American literature now. Regarding American literature, they have a final which is like a multiple choice exam about what they've read so far, quotes, important figures, plot points, and then they have to write like a few essays.
I think there's
2 essays.
Well, there's 2 essays, a few short answer questions, and a crossword.
Oh, crosswords. Yeah, the crosswords this year are... So, they played a game in class where they made up, practiced multiple choice questions. And then the professor was like, yo, I'm going to compile all these questions, pick the best one, and I'll put that into the multiple choice. Not multiple choice, put these into the crossword. So he made a crossword out of the students' multiple choice questions. And that's for this, I don't know if it's continue on for the future semester, but that's how it's going on right now.
The crosswords are required, and yes, they do count towards your grade.
Yes.
Tip.
Hot tip, study ahead for that. Get a couple buddies and make a study guide 2 weeks before the final, compile everything, and just
Because honestly, there's quotas and stuff. It's not really something you can BS your way through. I mean, you can do that once or twice, and you might get an 85. But if you want an A on that, you actually do have to kind of study.
Yeah, you need to study.
And that's coming from somebody who hasn't studied ever.
Weird flex, but okay.
I was failing composition until 3 days ago.
Nice.
Epic gamer moment.
Bruh. TM. Alright.
Speaking of epic gamer moment, OSSM does not recognize the existence of minorities or the Armenian genocide.
Alright, so it's 11:30 p.m. on after day 1, Monday night, and we finished our first day of finals, so we survived.
You didn't really have a final.
I didn't really have a final, yeah, I really lucked out. However, these 2 guys did have biology finals.
Got a face for radio.
And he has, these 2 guys actually had, real finals today. No hard feelings, Professor Wilkins. So yeah, Sam, say stuff.
I mean,
This shit's the reason why you write a script instead of stuttering all over the place.
Don't worry about it, Chief.
Alright, so I had composition and environmental science today. Composition wasn't really a final. I had to finish portfolio. And environmental science wasn't really a final either, because that class is pretty easy. Mad respect to Dr. Paulus, though, who actually cares about environmental science, which is, like, respectable, I guess.
alright, first off, question.
Yes.
Why do you always start every opening with, alright?
Alright.
I mean, it's a fairly generic transition phase.
Finals. Well, I also had Professor Wilkins. However, I had comp last semester, so this semester it came back to bite my butt. I don't know.
Heck.
Lit.
Okay.
Or every reaction, there's an equal and opposite reaction.
Thank you, Dr.
Mechanics finals Thursday. Continue.
Anyways, literature. I like to consider myself fairly knowledgeable of American literature already, so it was not really that difficult. It's just more recollection of context and reading quotes, which I'm pretty sure I did fairly well enough on. So I'll probably end up with a B or an A in that class. A and P, probably end up with an A in that class. Just a lot of memorization. I stayed out till 3, studying old tests. That's pretty much it.
Alright, so... Alright, I said it again.
The bonus on A and P final was Dr. Lee a poem. My poem was fairly explicit.
Don't use the Lord's name in vain. Shoot, Dr. Lee.
Dr. Mark. What a beast.
You haven't had him for a class yet.
Not yet. He hasn't either.
I had him for an entire week, thank you very much. I dropped anatomy and physiology for environmental science. As it turns out, there's a cat dissection lab, and environmental science does not have a lab. So there you go.
Cat dissections.
Yes, that's what I said.
Very cool.
Cat dissection lab.
Not about that.
I remember. I don't know. I like dissecting things. This is really bad.
It is.
We can always edit it post-production.
You don't even edit it, Anthony.
I've learned how to edit title cards. Thank you.
Oh, you've learned how to edit. That's great.
Lovely. So you know how to.
That's a step 1 in the process of getting hundreds of
Alright, back to
YouTube
topic. Back to
views.
topic. Back to topic.
So,
What's the next thing we're discussing, given that you told us nothing about what we're going to be recording?
alright, so
Oh, shit, my bad.
So day 1's ended, and tomorrow is day 2 of finals. And for day 2 of finals, we have history finals and foreign language finals. Final schedule.
What?
I'm about to edit that in too. I got this. Professional editing, dude.
Alright, a hot tip. Your readers, or not readers, viewers are not idiots. They can see the final schedule. And
Yeah.
if it's up there, they're going to know what it is because they're going to be able to read it.
Yeah, but I haven't edited
Can we
that.
just consider the fact that maybe our viewers just don't care?
Consider the following. You're not photogenic.
I like to think myself
Thank you.
delightfully
Respect
average,
consider
thank
the
you.
following.
I think I'm pretty average, I like to tell myself at least.
Alright, I guess you guys are all tired of like finals, ooh, academics, right?
This whole
Let's
video
talk
is
about-
about finals.
How about we talk about the dumb stuff you do? Like,
During
mic-
finals. Hey!
you microwaving an egg, and then you just leave it out in the room in a closed, like, structure, and you just let it smell like rotten eggs.
Or
Where's
tagging along on a double date as a painfully obvious fifth wheel.
I wanted bro by Panda Express.
Weak excuse.
That doesn't mean that you
I
have to make,
could have gotten you boba.
that doesn't mean that you have to make Luke supervise you the entire...
He went off on
I
his. He went off on his own. I was alone the whole time. The Matt and Maisie came.
Sure.
They came with me to food court. They second and third wheeled me.
I have a funny story to tell you about that later.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, day 2 of finals. Yeah.
And yet, day 4,632 of Anthony not having any relationships, platonic or otherwise.
So we just finished our second day of finals, history and foreign language. So at the moment, I'm in a different history class right now. History of the modern Middle East. And the class is for students who've already taken American history at the old school.
What?
So, hey, what's up, guys?
Oh shoot, my bad.
Alright, that's fine, Chief. Anyways, so students who've already taken American history at the old school, they would take East Asian history / history of the modern Middle East for their junior year. Now, there's some big differences between these two classes. For example, American history has a lot of wars throughout the year.
American history is not that bad.
Yeah, but it does have a lot of wars throughout the year. There's the term paper they have to do, the primary source essays, which are like document-based questions, and things like that. Well, East Asian history, they do have their fair share of assignments, but I think it's less than what American history has. So wouldn't you say?
What?
Would you say that American history has more work than East Asian history?
Yes.
Yeah.
Indubitably.
Indubitably, to quote August, they come in the screen.
Shoot, I'm making a cameo appearance.
What's up? Yeah, he says that American history has more work than East Asian history. He's in East Asian history. What's up? Needed that. So, hey Luke, how'd you feel about the American history test?
It's easy. I took a push.
Luke says that it was easy. But it's like, yeah,
I'm a bad
Reset.
example, Anthony.
don't worry about it.
Do you think
And
I studied last night? No, I was messing around with you and Sam last night.
that's pretty good, yeah. And for the test for the East Asian history, it wasn't that bad. Because the Professor Baxter, she tells us like what turns to study for in like the essay questions. So we generally have an idea of how to prepare for the test, so we aren't too scared coming into the test. So we also had a kind society event today, Dog Day, where the faculty and the what do you call it? Like faculty and staff would bring their dogs out and like we'd play around with them. It was pretty fun.
Play around with it.
Play around with it, wink wink. So
Wait.
I was there, Luke. You saw me through the window. So yeah, what else? So yeah, regarding tomorrow's finals.
Viewers know that Anthony's a virgin loser.
God dang. I'd roast you too, but I can't. So for day 3 of finals,
What?
we also we have chemistry
Hey,
and
buddy,
computer
what
science.
happened? Did you try burning this?
I did not try to burn it. I did not burn it. I don't want. Yeah. So we have chemistry and data structures. I think is going to be 2 of my hardest day for finals, because chemistry and data structures are pretty wacky,
My
dog.
potential spouses for Anthony.
Yeah, you heard what he said. So yeah, boom, hit him with the time skip. All right, so we just finished our 3rd day of finals. It's 1:42 a.m. and I'm about to pass out, but I forgot to do video footage. So today we had chemistry finals and the computer science finals. And computer science is a hit or miss because OSSM, they have a mandatory computer science course first semester. Like, you pretty much have to take it. For non-CSE people, you know, they make you take Introduction to Computer Science. Similar to computer science principles in a way. The logic behind computer science, you know, like how computers work, basic data structures, trees, stacks, keys, things like that. Like the logic behind computer science, if you want to put it that way. And they have a Java class. And the Java class is like practical uses of Java, like computer science A. It's a really nice, like, pick your poison type of thing. And you can do Java second semester if you're into that type of stuff. You know, get both. Honestly, I think it's a good way to go, but Java first semester is good because it lets you take data structures. So that's what I did. Took Java first semester, now I'm taking data structures. But regarding the chemistry final, this morning, the chemistry final is based off of 2 parts. The ACS, the American Chemistry Society exam for Chemistry 2, which I'm in currently. And it's kind of booty. I got body on it really, really hard. Like, on the ACS.
ACS itself, I thought it was pretty easy.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the person.
Yeah,
I think it depends on professor especially.
I think I did
So,
enough to
like-
pass, but
So like, if you have
the
ramen or
The-
Hussein, ACS,
booty.
you're kind of screwed. Free response, you're slightly more prepared, but it's not much better. It's actually.
No, I think I was well prepared for the.
But that's
Second part is free response questions. That's about 10 of them, give or take. There's like pre-response chemistry questions. It's like a
It's to
AP.
make up,
It's like
make up time for the last hour.
it's like an AP exam if you really want to think about it. Like
No.
like the
It's
formatting.
right.
No formatting. You have multiple choice and you have FAQs.
Yes, so.
That's okay. And it's like that. Personally, I found it multiple choice harder than the free response. That's personal preference because I was prepared to do free response question. Like, boom, hey, yeah, the free response questions so much. Luke, though, he says he liked multiple choice more than free response.
Yeah, because they actually made sense. But the other stuff was like
But for me, it was like
wacky, like freaking.
over my head, just like the limbo bar,
What was it? Eta formation, probably.
the activation energy.
Activation energy.
That's Arrhenius's.
I know I use Arrhenius' equation, but I don't know if I used it right.
It says you ln it and then you subtract it from each other.
What's AE? A sub E.
A.
Or E is Euler's Euler's number.
Yeah. And then A.
What is A?
You remove that by subtracting the ln k's. All right.
We aren't given concentration.
Okay, I'll tell you afterwards. And then in the afternoon we have a computer science final. So Luke didn't take a computer science this semester because he already had his introduction to computer science class completed last semester.
CS majors are nerds.
CS majors are nerds. Agreed. So I'm a computer engineering major. It's close enough to computer science. So I just took data structures for giggles and OU credit. So, and that final was pretty tough. I'll be honest with you, Chief. There's a lot of conceptual stuff, like conceptual computer science. If you have this condition, what happens there? How much time? Estimate a time for this algorithm to be completed, like big O notation. And then we have to write some code, so she puts it. And that's pretty good. Tomorrow is very tough. Very, very, very tough. You know why? Physics. We have physics finals. Very not fun. So for writing the physics final schedules, boom, final schedule. So in the morning we have mechanics. Now a lot of people are taking, like almost everyone in their class is taking mechanics second semester because there's a general physics way to go at things, right? First semester general physics, second semester you take mechanics, and third or fourth semester you take electricity and magnetism. And it's, yeah, unless you're like have AP credit coming in, AP Physics 1, C Mech, C E&M, that's a typical process you go down. However, if you're you're into physics and you think you're good enough to handle it, I need to euthanize you.
I got it right. Yes.
Pat dubs.
That
You
makes
can
sense.
you can double up physics. You can take general physics first semester, and you can take mechanics and electricity and magnetism combined second semester. Now you still have to take the both classes. And it's really not fun in a way because it's
If
double
you
the
have
homework.
Johnston's class, and you think you know physics because of curve and good grades, you are wrong.
I had Johnson last semester.
Are you having fun in E&M? No.
I mean, I like the subject. It's pretty cool.
Rudra?
I said the subject, not the. I said the subject.
I started with Rudra.
Sorry, my lungs have started burning up ever since I started playing my mixtape in the room. Gang gang. That was so stupid, guy. I need to. That's pretty nasty. So right now I'm studying for my physics finals, which is booty, because I'm too lazy to get a pencil. So all my erasers is literally just like my pen scribbling out stuff. And this is a nice pen. I got it from the floor I found in the classroom. I'm not really proud of it, but it's still a good pen. So, yeah. So, professional tip. Study physics before coming to OSSM. Have some basic physics knowledge, preferably in kinematics, which is like acceleration, velocity,
Just know your
time.
forces.
No force. So kinematics is more important in the beginning.
In the beginning, but like forces are like hammered in. Like if you don't know forces, you're screwed on equilibrium, statics, freaking.
Yeah. So have some basic physics knowledge coming. Like try to teach yourself on Khan Academy. That's what I did, and it helped me out in the beginning because I could use, instead of worrying about physics in the beginning, I could rather like get used to the OSSM climate. Like get used to like the social life and stuff. I'll probably talk more about that in a later video because it's finals week and I'm kind of tired, I'll be honest with you, Chief. So yeah, I'm going to take a fat nap in about an hour after finishing my physics studying. And then I'm going to hit you guys next time with some after physics commentary. And after a day 4, it's just studying for the math final and doing physics homework I was too lazy to do in the semester. Yeah, dude. Thank you, Dr. Rudra, for saying that you will drop 2 homework grades. I love you. So we reached the end of day 4, which is comprised of the physics finals, and it was pretty booty, I'll be honest with you, because in the morning there's mechanics. Now, like mentioned earlier, the typical pattern is general physics, mechanics, and E&M senior year. So in the morning, like majority, like maybe like 9 out of 10 juniors have mechanics. Other ones are like not taking mechanics or already completed the equivalency of it. So the mechanics test was like 30 questions long, all free response. 28 questions long, 1 bonus, all free response questions. It was in the I found preference. I felt like the first 2/3 of it to be not bad, and then it started degrading over time. Honestly, like easy chapters in the beginning, and it just goes down here from there. But I felt like they were all doable per se, like all doable. Just like at least find a formula, and they're gonna get partial credit somehow. But hey, Luke, how do you feel about the mechanics test today?
I hate mechanics. I hate physics. I don't know. I never liked physics to begin with. First 2/3 of the test was pretty easy. I understood it. But then, like, the last third became more challenging because I started to forget stuff and, like, time crunch. So I started guessing and, like, making up stuff.
Time crunch, by the way. Forgot to mention. Each final is maximum 3 hours long, minimum 2 hours. So, even if you finish early, you had to stay there until like 2 hours have passed. There's no way you'll be able to get, like, the chance of you getting done before 2 hours is very rare unless it's like a typical easier subject like foreign language or I don't know. But most of the time you'll probably end up staying super late, and like the chance, you'll just expect to be there for the whole time. And if you get done early, oh well, pleasant surprise. So yeah. And then in the afternoon for at least us juniors, or like, you can double up physics, and about 10-15 people do that. And I did that this semester, so I had an E&M final in the afternoon. And how this teacher did his multiple choice, he just got a bunch of multiple choice in like the old sections, and he tossed in some of his own new ones, and he put it on. And he doesn't get back his tests. He lets us look at it in class, do correction, and he takes it up at the end of class. So yeah, I really hope that I did decent on the multiple choice, because I say the multiple choice was the hardest. There's so many abstract concepts going around, and the few response questions I found significantly easier because it was like solid, concrete multiple choice questions. You knew what was on it, and like you knew the formula, so you knew what to do with it, and like it was pretty straightforward. So yeah. So honestly, the class is doable. It's just tough. It's not bad though. I think it's pretty fun. But so like in the end, we have 5 total days of finals. Day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 throughout the week, and tomorrow is Friday. So on Friday we have our math finals. They're all in the morning, 8 to 12, and sometimes people take multiple math classes, like two math classes. So they have to take one before on like a Thursday or something. But mainly they're all taken on Friday morning because, it's like a tradition. It's always tradition. You always keep that. So as a result, everyone gets a math test done at like 12-ish, 11:30. And then after that, we pack up and get ready to leave. So like get ready to leave, meaning we get ready to move out because we're done. We graduated. It's really nice. So we juniors become seniors technically at commencement the day after, same thing. And the current seniors are like graduating. They're out of here. Class of 2019 is outie. So yeah. The math test follows the standard curriculum. Pretty much You take a placement test beginning of the year, like right before your junior year starts, orientation. See what you get placed into. APs help a lot with your course placement, but you know, you usually have to take a test. And then you have to get done with Calculus 2 before you graduate. So if you start in Pre-Calculus 2, Algebra 2, it's Pre-Calculus 2, Pre-Calculus 3, Trig, that which is Trig, Calculus 1, and then Calculus 2. 4 semesters, easy peasy. However, because OSSM is a math school, there's a lot of math classes offered, which is good for students who start in higher maths like Calculus 1, Calculus 2. If you're really like wicked smart, you can start in Calculus 3, multivariate calculus.
Calculus 3.
Hey, that's what everyone calls it. It's called Calculus 3 in universities. Oh, yeah. Calculus 3. Oh, even though it's called multivariate calculus, or just multi. It's pretty neat. So, yeah, it's pretty hard to run out of math classes here unless you're like, consistently doubling up or like, it's really weird. Or, yeah. And arguably, I say our math department here is one of our strongest, honestly. Like, I really like our math department. And our physics department's really good too. And Luke, how do you feel about our physics department? I think it's pretty good.
It's good except for Rudra Underwood.
I mean, they're not bad either, but like, they're...
Underwood bad, Rudra decent, but not the best.
He's decent. But he's a nice guy though.
Nice.
Rudra's a great guy.
Can't
Love.
teach.
And, alright, like my lungs have been killing me ever since I ate like a lot of Nutella last Saturday. Like a whole thing of Nutella. Like I thought I had something to dip it in, but I didn't, and I didn't want to leave the scoops of Nutella on my plate that like rot, so I ate it all, and I hate myself for it. And the physics department is 4 teachers, and like the 2 other ones are Johnston and Bachman. They're like god tier. One of them's Canadian, that's self-explanatory, and the other one's like a super funny guy. He roasts the ever-loving hell out of you. In the math department, it's wicked good. Like you usually don't think that like they're all gonna be good, but they're all really good, honestly. Like the pros and cons, of course, they're pretty good. They're like, pretty good for the most part. So that helps a lot with the math portion of OSSM. So yeah, I'll probably do some footage of like moving out, or maybe like do a little clip of commencement. But for the most part, I'd say for your finals, just like study hard and grind. You know, always be on the grind, and study physics and math beforehand. Don't like over summer before junior year. It helps a lot. You gotta pass, gang. And I probably said a lot of repeated information, but I'm like doing this after every day, and I honestly forget because it's late at night. See, yeah. I just hope I just don't get like absolute boned on the math final. Yeah. Also, I forgot to mention it. So Kind Society also had another event today. So because they've been doing this every single week. Because Monday was relaxation day. You know, they make tea. Tuesday was dog day. Just the faculty and staff bring their dogs and they play around. I have a little bit of footage from it, but it's not really good footage. It's really weird because, yeah. What else do they have? Wednesday was Pinata Day. We just broke a bunch of pinatas, just like, yeah, stress relief. And today was like an outdoor day. We pretty much just played with water guns for like a solid hour. It was really fun. And they had snow cones here. So I went down to get a snow cone because like there's a snow cone in this tree. And like everyone just like at least 5 or 6 people ran up to me. I was walking and just sprayed me. Like I was in jeans, a t-shirt, and a jacket. So that usually doesn't end well, you know. So like yeah. So I was soaking wet, practically hypothermia in a nutshell. But yeah. So, and then probably gonna do an event like next year. But Kind Society does a lot of stuff during finals week, and I respect that, you know. Like, it's finals week, might as well do something. So, yeah, as I come back, so, he is hoping I don't fail my calc final, and see y'all later.
People who talk about their dreams are idiots. It's completed. That being said, though, I did have this crazy dream last night. You guys gotta hear it. I don't really have crazy dreams. I kind of just have. I have the same dream over and over again. It's just, it's like all in this fantasy world where everyone has this magical device that they use to communicate with people in different rooms, and it's small enough to fit in everyone's pockets. And everyone can wear shorts during the summer, and the internet doesn't just turn off at 11 p.m. But then I wake up and I go, oh, of course. It's a dream. There's no way a place like that could exist in the real world.
I've collected all 6 Infinity Screens. I can't stand this thing.
He's like.
Like, what the heck?
Oh, you're not an amulet.
Wait, he's not either.
He's not either. He's 14.
Just go.
Anthony.
You not charge it?
Wait, that's mine.
No. Well, if you eat the Power Stone, I swear to God.
Catholic. It's not religion. It's literally a fucking. Is this Catholic is not a religion.
I'd rather not.
Hey, Coach D. Coach D. You like it?
And it's an AIDS. And I'm like, oh my god, what? AIDS? Why? What was that? That's terrible. That's not funny.
Professor Wilkins!
Professor Wilkins!
He looked over.
He looked over. He's looking at you guys.
Just flip him off. Is something bad?
Wait.
They don't pop like
How can you sit here? You should do this. I'll make it shake. It'll face over if you shake it. Yeah, that's the whole point. I know. Evan said not to.
Wait, this time hold it over you.
I'll take it, bro.
Alright.
Hit him in the knee. Wait, so here, you want to do it?
I mean, if you don't. Wait, put Neil's head in the trash can like Chris and him.
Hey!
Chris, what's up?
Definitely.
That's the first one gone. Pass this around.
We're supposed to wait. We're
gonna pour one out.
One for the niggas.
Waterfall. Don't put your mouth on.
Yeah,
It's too late now.
Oh yeah,
I'll waterfall.
Hey.
Wait, shake it. Pour one out for all the. One for Nathaniel. Hey, one for Corbin. Hey, clink them together. You know who this is for? Hey, you know.
Bro, what is your eyes?
All 3 for John. Later, but this one's for the other.
Yo, I got no grip.
Hey,
Zach, who? I'll show you the one.
Wait, hold on. He got wet.
Wait, why is it like
Technical difficulty. Oh, Jesus.
What the hell did you do? Sometimes like they don't come off.
Get it a dark.
Wait, it's technical.
Great job.
It's all over the shit.
Bro, this is kind of like.
Oh, shit. It's just wet. It's just wet.
Hit it on the ground.
This is kind of anticlimactic.
Oh, okay,
Oh my god.
that like just instantly
Oh
off.
my
Just, like,
god.
a freaking.
Hey, there you go. Alright.
Shake it. Put it back on it.
Hey. One for Bryce Churchman, baby.
Bro, what is this, man?
Wait. One for Wilson.
All 3 for Johnny, baby.
Hey, I'll do for Johnny.
We love you. Alright, pass this around. Okay.
Bro, I can't be drinking like
You're cold. You don't put your mouth on that? Oh, you suck.
You definitely put your mouth on.
I put my mouth on.
I put my mouth on.
And he put his mouth on his.
Wait, I want some of David's turn.
He pulled up, right?
Hey. Wait, where's the other one? I want some of that one.
Hey, give me some of that red one.
Yeah, pass the red one over here.
It doesn't have pork in it. What are you doing?
I don't know.
Man,
My mom said I can't.
I can only have 0 sugar. I want this one.
Oh, bro.
And Michael, brother.
Hey, Michael.
You can drink it what's out there.
You guys want?
Yeah, I had the.
Hey, get the red one over here.
Who needs it?
We need the red one. Yo, that's
What the? I'm bad at this game.
Hey, bro, I'll pour it in your mouth, you pour it in mine.
Hey, do it.
Come on, bro.
Now walk.
Come on.
Hey, I got you.
You gotta fucking to say this.
No. Hey, we got someone to pour this on.
Hold on.
Hey, bro, come on. Let me do it.
Hey, all 3 in Uma's mouth at the same time. Hey, take your glasses off.
up.
No, don't fucking
Just
drop
honestly.
it.
Just honestly.
Wait, turn the other way. Turn the other way. Homie, turn the other way. And then go back like that.
Triple.
Turn the other way.